What's up, ladies and gents? This is K-Sig Kid, coming at you with another Destiny video. Today, we're in the Crucible, and we're playing Salvage. Now, this is actually the first time that I've played Salvage in Destiny. It's a PvP mode that's not always around. I happened to join in on a match that was already in progress. If you end up liking this video, go ahead and smack that like button and subscribe to the channel. It helps out a whole lot. Anyway, I was looking at my Destiny trophies, and I knew that I was missing a few. One of them was the trophy for capturing 20 modes or pieces of salvage or whatever in this. So I figured, hey, it's around, I might as well go ahead and give it a whirl. Now, I'm also doing this to potentially start honing a little bit of my skills for PvP, because I really want to go through Trials of Osiris and get to the lighthouse. Now, I have a long way to go, but I've had people that have mentioned that they wouldn't mind carrying me, but I'd like to at least be able to hold my weight just a little bit. And that's going to be very, very difficult, because, again, I'm not that great at PvP. Or good. Not that good at PvP. But anyway, Salvage is different from the other modes that you've played. First off, as you might be able to tell, it is 3 versus 3. Second, as you can see right there, there are actually revives in it. So I think doing that is going to help me just a little bit in Trials of Osiris, because you know you get revives in Trials as well. Something else people are probably noticing is that I'm running around with Word of Crota in PvP, because, well, I needed a special slot available for an exotic. I figured I'd try out the different exotics from the House of Wolves, the Queenbreaker's Bow, the Drake's Promise, and the Lord of Wolves, just to see if I liked any of them. Again, I don't know what my preferred PvP loadout is because I don't play it enough. Right now, I really do like the Thorn and a shotgun, obviously, and here is one reason I don't love Blink. I blinked up into this area, and I was like, okay, I'm going to run down this corridor, and I'm going to blink over and shotgun this guy. But unfortunately, my blink wasn't cooled down, and I died. And that's just one of the things that I'm not a big fan of with Blink. I don't use Blink a whole lot because obviously in PvE, you really don't want to be running around with Blink. It doesn't really help with the platforming aspects. But in PvP, I definitely know that it has a lot of potential goodness because it's good at getting your body away if you're being shot at. Now here is where I actually finished up my trophy, and I'll go ahead and show a screenshot of that at the end. The cool thing was, I didn't know how the trophy was being counted. But apparently it counts whenever you do the initial capture, not with the 45-second cooldown afterwards where you have to protect the salvage point. And I guess we should kind of talk about that a little bit. In Salvage, as you can see, there are these salvage points that come up, and both teams run towards it and try to get their probe on it to capture the salvage. If you end up getting the countdown like we have right now, you have to basically protect the point for 45 seconds from opposing teams. If you don't protect it, they can run in and they can dismantle your probe. And quite honestly, their dismantling of the probe is pretty quick. It's just a few seconds long to dismantle it. So it's not easy to protect this all the time. Depends on your lines of sight and your teammates and everything. You don't have to be exactly right around the salvage point, but you might want to be somewhere where you can get in the way of the other enemies, wherever they might rush down. Now, I wasn't running with anybody I knew, but this teammate of mine, he was pretty awesome, because instead of getting the heavy ammo right there, he waited until I was able to be revived, he revived me, and then we pick up the heavy ammo, and that means we both get rockets. So that is awesome. Gotta give that guy a shout out, because quite honestly, you don't always see that from random people. They'll typically go, run, get the heavy ammo for themselves, and that's it. Oh yeah, I was lucky. That trip mine grenade, whoa kid, what were you thinking? That took me down to no health at all. And you can see that we're running over to this salvage point that's up here, and as I stand on the circle, or not stand on the circle here, we would end up helping to get it, just capturing it just like any control point normally. Since we have rockets here, we have all our lines of sight of where the enemies might come in from. They could come down from the bottom, they could come through that door that opens up, and if they do that, that's just asking to be shot with a rocket. If they come from the side on the back side right here, I can go ahead and peek out here and shoot a rocket down this hallway. So overall, I kind of like where we're situated here. You can't really get the drop on us. This guy, he's opening the doorway again. Instead of being in the same position, I just hit off to the left just a little bit, and I was able to go ahead and shoot him with my Radagast Fury. Now this is the Radagast Fury that I re-rolled, and you can see the re-roll back in this video that I've got right up there. It's pretty awesome. I do like the perks that I have on it. It's basically perfect. It just has a little bit less velocity than what I would want. And I know I could re-roll it again, but I'm gonna keep rolling with it because the velocity is still pretty solid. It's just not perfect. Unfortunately, that guy somehow survived the rocket, and I don't know. That guy, he's got some armor. Good for him. So, something to keep in mind with the revives. Now, whenever I was first doing salvage last night, I had a big tendency to spam the square button right away, because I wanted to come back. But that's really not a good thing, because you actually do get points for reviving your teammates. So what I was doing was essentially killing our chance of getting points that night. Yeah, very noobish, very noobish. Now, at sometimes, you're going to want to just stay there, stay dead, let your teammates go ahead and revive you, and sometimes you're going to have to know that you're kind of in the middle of things, like here. Right here, I'm kind of in the middle of no man's land. Nobody's going to really be able to come in and revive me, and you have to just swallow your losses and go ahead and pop your revive, and then just run in and fight again later. Now, obviously, I wanted to run around the corner and spam out my Nova Bomb. That guy didn't let me because he shot his golden gun. This time, I'm just going to pop it and boom. There we go, there's a couple of them. Now they captured this point, but you can see I'm going ahead and dismantling their probe, and that's it. Just that quick. All it was one super, killed them both, and now they lost the salvage point. They can't get it. We can't get the salvage point either, but they didn't get it. So that's what I mean when I say that it can be very difficult to potentially stop and hold your salvage point whenever you're capturing it. Because it just takes one super move, maybe one Blade Dancer running in, one Titan with a Slam-a-Jam. All that takes and your salvaging is over, and you have to go ahead and start again. But luckily the salvage points pop up pretty quickly, so even if you don't get it, it doesn't really matter. You can move on to the next one. And you're going to have plenty of times to block the other team's salvage opportunities as well. Now I went ahead and popped some heavy ammo. It's back to rocket time. The salvage point is back over on this side of the map. They've already captured it, but I popped them both down with the Radagast Fury, and we can go ahead and run in and dismantle it. That's what my teammate's doing. Now, since I've been running skirmishes with all random people against random people, I haven't really seen any close matches, but I still don't get the idea of that guy going ahead and leaving the match at this stage of the game. The game is over, but it's Crucible. It doesn't matter if you win or lose a Crucible. And there it is. 2 people from the opposing team left because they were about to lose. I don't get it. You just wasted almost 10 minutes of your time. You got no rewards, no nothing, and you left. It's not like Iron Banner. It's not like Trials of Osiris, where if you lose, you can be out. Now, I can understand not wanting to be around somebody that's teabagging or whatever, but in the end, you only hurt yourself. I don't agree with that teammate of mine, that random teammate of mine that I don't know. I don't agree with him teabagging anybody. That's just silly. Again, it's Crucible. Win or lose, you get some marks, you get some glimmer, and you get the potential to have some rewards. I would stick around for another minute. All you have to do is wait another minute for the thing to be over, and you can go ahead and get your rewards. Maybe you'll get a passage coin. Maybe you'll get an Ash Factory or something. I'm still looking for an Ash Factory. I'd like to have one of those drop for me. That'd be awesome. Even though it's pretty much the same thing as my Radagast Fury, or at least I'd re-roll it to be the same, and the stats would pretty much be the same anyway. Still, I'd like to have the gun. It's pretty awesome. But yeah, as this match is essentially over, 2 people left, there's 1 guy in, he's going to get new teammates, probably randomly thrown in. Might as well just wait around, throw out my Nova Bomb at that guy. You know, you feel bad. Anytime your teammates leave and you're the only one running around against 3 people, you're in a bad situation. Didn't kill him to be malicious or anything, just wanted to help make the match over so he didn't have to suffer anymore. But that is it, that's a victory. That was me getting a trophy as well. So, you can't beat that. So let me know your opinions on Salvage. Do you like it as a PvP mode? Have you played it? Again, I've only played it last night. That was the very first time. And I ended up going through to get that trophy. But I kind of liked it. It was cool. It was a little bit of a mix between skirmish and control. All those kind of good things. I didn't get anything from it, but I did okay. And here it is. Here's my trophy. Again, it happened on the initial capture of the probe, not the actual defense of it. So that's just something to keep in mind. Anyway, guys and gals, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, smack that like button. Subscribe to the channel to keep updated on daily Destiny content. Check out these awesome videos. Good luck with your raids, your drops, your PvP, and I'll see you around in Destiny. Salvage.